Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Welcome to the weekend version of the BYOB show. I think this is our first Sunday broadcast in the new year.
It's first Sunday.
Oh, wow. We are glad. Oh, I like that. We
It's
are.
pearls.
Oh, you have on your pearls too. I have on my pearls too. Good morning, everybody. How you all doing on this bright, beautiful Sunday morning? We are back. We are so glad to see you all. What has everybody been doing? Y'all still holding on to y'all's resolutions y'all made for the new year? What you think, Cynthia? You think they hold
Uh,
on? They still working?
I think they're still holding on. I think they understand that they have to hold on, even though it's a struggle. Good morning, Cece. Hey, hold on, Cece, to that New Year's resolution. Although it can be a little hard, but nothing was harder than 2020, honestly. So you can do it. You can do it one little inch at a time. That's all. That's all. Don't make it overwhelming.
That's right. That don't make it overwhelming. And what is that saying? They say, inch by inch is a
It's a
cent.
cinch. There you
And
go.
that's what they say.
Yeah, yeah. It's like
So
how do you eat the elephant? One bite at a time.
one bite
So,
at a time. And
yeah,
you can't boil the ocean. You can only boil it one little pot at a time. So take your resolutions one step at a time. And and you will be able to hold on to it. Good morning, Jessica. Good morning, Danya. Thank you all for joining us. Please share out the
good
broadcast.
morning. Welcome back. Happy
Yeah.
New Year.
Oh,
Happy first Sunday joining the BYOB weekend show.
we are here. You know what? Did you all know that the money is in your list? I know you've heard people say, grow you a list. Make sure you're growing your list. Make sure you're providing value to your followers. And most people do that on social media. But sometimes you not sometimes you need to have a two-way street because love on a two. Anyway, not gonna
You said you weren't going to sing.
no singing this year. No singing this year. But love on a two-way street, So you have to provide value and love to your peoples. As Jennifer would say, the American people. You have to provide love and value to them in more than one way. You always have to, how they say that thing, Cynthia, you have to diversify.
Yes, absolutely.
Diversify. In building a list, your list building is one to be able to provide that value, but two, to be able to communicate with your followers at will. How important is that? To be able to communicate, you may have something that hits you that you just want to share, that you think is so juicy, and that the people that follow you, you want to share that with them. And you want to be able to talk to them on a daily or weekly basis. How important is that? And let us hear about that in the chat. How important is that to be able to do that at will? How important do you think that is, Cynthia?
Yeah, whenever you want to reach out to your following, um, I'll call them also your community.
That's right.
You want to be able to have that access to them, no matter what else is happening on other platforms. Because as we know, there are platforms that are owned and controlled by other people. And you do not want that to become a wedge as to how you can communicate with people. As they say, they know you, they like you, and they trust you. And that's an amazing amount of value for you. And in turn, you also want to make your community and let your people know on your list that they are valued too. It's a two-way street. It goes both ways. And you don't want to be in a situation where something may happen in this to say you have a particular platform that you like to communicate on, and that platform goes down. How do you continue to communicate with your followers? Um, for those of us that are in business, there are times when we plan a lot of things. Of course, we do some now online, more so than ever because of COVID-19. However, what happens when you're taking things offline? You know, if you're doing a boot camp or a business conference or something of that nature, and the platform that you would typically use to communicate with these people, get everything jump started and everything, they're like, oh, what platform are we getting started on? That goes down, you know, and it's conference time. Now, what do you do? How do you communicate with them? There are so many other ways to communicate other than the social media platforms. But if you don't have a list, how do you reach out to them? Because there's more information that you attain from these people on the list. So, Rose, what are some of the things? Good morning, Ferlin, the Rose of Audacity. What are some of the things, Rose, if you were building a list, what might be one or two things that would be key and critical information that you would need to ascertain for that list? Because the list is essentially it's a foundation. I was almost going to say it's a backup plan, and it is a backup plan. But before it reaches the backup plan stage, and before you need to utilize it as your backup plan, you have to understand that it's really a part of the foundation.
It absolutely is a part of your foundation, Cynthia. And the key, few of the key things that you'd want on your list. Of course, you want the person to give you their name and their email address, and then what you're giving them in return for that. But you also need a phone number um, as part of your list, or an address as part of your list, so that you can not only communicate with them at will, but so that you can provide them with value. Because if you have an address, you may you may have a product or a service that you want to inform them about, or you may want to send them a free sample about something, okay, that you wouldn't be able to necessarily do without having that vital information in your database, as that found that undergirding to your business. And you want it to be not just a one-way communication, you want it to also be a two-way communication. And I want to go back to something else that you said, something else you just said. Let me thank you, Verlin. We go talk about that. Um, it is the foundation of everything that you're doing. And one of the biggest points you made a few minutes ago is that, suppose the social media platform that you are used to using, and you're in the middle of doing presenting something, and it goes down, it goes dark for whatever reason, it goes dark. You don't own these platforms. You don't own, it's your content that you're sharing on these platforms, but you don't own that content either. Once you put it out there and you haven't protected it, you don't own that either. So if the platform goes down, there goes your communication source, and there may go your content that you were sharing as well. So you always have to have a backup plan.
That's good. That's good, Rose. Yes, that content. Absolutely. That's huge because I know if I think about Facebook, you know, people have the groups and they start their groups, and there's a huge following sometimes in the groups. But how would you reach out to the members of that community outside of those groups should something happen, you know, and like I said, um, over here, it's going to be an amazing year in this community. We have a lot going on. We're going to be giving out a lot of gifts. And if we don't have your information on the list, how are we going to mail you that gift? The gifts are going to be coming, 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 coming. I want you guys to stay tuned. I mean, we are light years ahead of what some other communities are doing. in regards to the things that we have planned for you guys and what's so critical here on this platform. And I always have to stop and say we are on the platform of the Reverend Dr. Danielle Winningham. Hey, Coach.
Hey,
Thanks
Coach.
for having us on in this community and on this platform. You had better make sure that you're on the list because how are we gonna get you that gift?
And
And we got some things coming along.
we got
So yes,
bad stuff coming.
you all better stay tuned
Speaking
on this
of which,
coming. It's good.
you all see on the screen it says 21 ways to supersize your money. If you go to bit.ly/supermoney21 and register, it puts you on the list. The list is what we're talking about today, y'all. We're talking about the VIP list. We're talking about your foundational list. When you sign up for that list today, you get a free download. And I don't like the word free anymore. You get a download at no cost. At no cost, with 21 ways to supersize your money. And one of those ways to supersize your money is to build your list. Fanatically build your list. Intentionally build your list. Because that's the foundation of your business. Because we don't own these platforms. We enjoy using them and we're grateful for them. And we're grateful that we have these platforms that allows us to communicate with people all over the world, people we would never probably meet, see, or interact with if not for these social media platforms. But we don't own them. They're not ours. And I'm sure you know they have gone down before, not
Absolutely.
intentionally, but unintentionally. Things happen, glitches happen. And Instagram has gone dark, Facebook has gone dark before, and people have literally lost their minds because it cuts you off. It makes you feel like you're cut off from the world.
Absolutely.
That's where you're storing your content, your giveaways, your contact information for your followers. You're cut off. You're cut off. So we
Absolutely.
have a Fight for Your Money boot camp coming up where part of fighting for your money, one of those 21 ways is talking about building your list, the importance of it, how to do it correctly, how to do it and stay within the rules because there are rules to this internet game. There are rules out here in the streets and you do have to follow those rules. But if you go to bit.ly/moneyfight21, you can register for a 4-day boot camp for only $20.21. We have like three things going on here this morning. We got your Super Money 21, which is your free download, it gives you 21 ways to monetize and to build your list, your business, in your game. You have to. I saw a post the other day, Cynthia. It said residual income is not a luxury anymore. It's a
Mm.
necessity.
Wow.
Having multiple streams of income is not only a luxury. In this time we are in now, it's a necessity.
I would agree. I would agree. And you said something very important when you were talking about the social media platforms that have gone down. You know, not intentionally, of course, but they've gone down. And then people, as we stated, they need to have that foundation in place. They need to back up. Well, how about this? In 2020, I feel like with the pandemic, the world kind of went down.
Yeah.
And so a business was only as good as its foundation in the moment where everything technically faded to black. You know, there was one particular day, I remember it being like March 16th,
Mm.
where they said, okay, we're shutting things down, especially in our 50 states. And so we're shutting things down for a minute so we can try and regroup. And so in business, you are only going to be as good as your foundation. And what does that foundation looks like? It looks like preparation.
Mm.
So you should have been preparing for a time such as this. I know over here on this platform and in this community, yes, we had to deal with 2020 and the effects of COVID-19, just like everyone else. However, in business, our coaches had us over here on the social media platforms. She's been list building for years. Like Rose says, she's got the names, she has the addresses, she's got the phone numbers because thank goodness technology with the phones didn't go completely fade to black. I think that we've seen some systems be stressed because people had to learn how to deal with various different media platforms that they didn't know how to utilize before. Wish I had some stock in them before that all happened. And so
We
I
want
just
to talk
think,
about that.
right, I just think in business, we saw what happened with this worldwide pandemic. And so businesses were only going to be as good when it initially happened as to what their foundation consisted of. Even whether you were a restaurant owner, and your customers are thinking, well, what now? To, whether it was, takeout or people that were associated with like a catering service, catering business and event planning. What about, let's see, I was going to say something else. Darn it, I lost my thought.
So,
Sorry, guys, it's live and in living
hey,
color.
but
But
you know what? Just
the beauty industry,
yeah,
a stylist. Now, what am I going to do? What? Thank gosh, I'm naturalista over here. So it's like, well, what am I going to do for my styling? Think about people, and they're talking about their brows and their hair and their nails and everything, and they were completely lost.
yeah,
And then how were those business owners to reach out to individuals? There were some savvy business owners that had a foundation that included list building.
over
And
here.
guess what they were
Listen,
able to do? They were able to go to the list and tap into the list. I know that for a fact because some of them are in this community. And
that's
guess what? They learned it over here
right.
and
I
they were able to tap into their community. They were able to offer online classes. They were able to offer shampoos and conditioners and various moisturizers and various different things and products to their customers and kind of give them some online do it yourself, in the meantime, kind of courses.
exactly.
So that helped them and that helped their clients. But if they had not had that list, their doors just would have been shut and people would have had nothing that they could do, in regards to their just basic needs and necessities. So the list building is key. It's important. It is the foundation. But in the case of the pandemic, for many people, thank gosh, like this platform, the foundation was in place. And so then it just was as simple as saying, I've got a backup. This is what it is, and going to the backup.
And Cynthia, all of what you said, because the world did come to basically a halt. And it's about being able to communicate, because what made the world come to a halt? All of those things that were shut down were person to person contact. Think about that. Just about everything we do involves other people. You can't live in the world by yourself. It's person to person contact. Going to the salon, going to the restaurant, going to your office. If you did not have another way to communicate with those people, it's called your network. It's called your community. And when the world went shut down, how else could you reach out to your community, to your network, be beyond your just your family? Because most likely you know how to reach them, you could pick up the phone or whatever. But when it comes to your network, to your community, how did you keep in touch with them? How did you keep them informed? How did you continue to offer them value? You couldn't come into the salon to get your hair done. Now everybody's saying, well, but people are probably out there saying everybody know how to wash their own hair. No, they don't. I know people who don't even own shampoo and conditioner because they go to the salon every week. and they get that taken care of by someone else. Well, when the pandemic shut everything down, you couldn't have that person to person contact for a good little while. So, how do you then how do you then tell your customer, advise, inform your customer who does not and probably hasn't washed or conditioned their own hair in years? How do you now instruct them what to do? They couldn't go for 10 months without washing their hair. I mean, they could, but ew. Uh, ew.
We
You,
don't like the thought of that.
you don't even want to think about that.
No, we don't.
So, yeah, one of the things on the 21 Ways to Supersize Your Money is you build a stronger network, you build a stronger community. How do you do that if you can't be person to person, or the social media platform that you use goes down? How do you continue to do that? By your list building, by your list. That way you can contact them at will. Because think about it. Say you want to send out a postcard and somebody is saying, well, Rose, that's old technology. No, what's old is new again. Just remember that. Things go away, but they return. If you want to be different, and I may be giving y'all a little bit too much information this morning, but you want to be different, then you do things differently. So you want to send out a postcard. Because see, the person, even though you're in the corridor, you can still go to your mailbox because that's only you in an inanimate object. So you could go to your mailbox and lo and behold, I have a postcard from my coach. My coach thought enough about me, or my salon owner, my stylist, my restaurant where I eat at all the time. Because some people don't cook. They go out every day for food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I know people who do that. Instead of buying groceries, they go to the restaurant every day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The place that you have patronized for so long is closed now. But you get a coupon or something in the mail from them saying, we appreciate you, we miss you, we want to stay in touch with you. Here's something to use for when we either come back or we move to a different way of doing things. So, see, the list is very important. It is your foundation. You don't want to build your house on sand. A lot of people built on sand because, Cynthia, they didn't
Absolutely.
get the teaching that we get over here in this community, in
Yeah.
Coach's community. Coach had us on technology, Zoom, StreamYard, all of those platforms long before the Coronora stepped into play. So when everything went online, we were already there.
Yeah. For us, it was just business as usual.
Business as
Um,
usual. But you
and actually maybe even more business, actually more business attraction, because people had some place to go, they had some place to tune in, they were getting the communications, because from this community and this platform we get emails all the time with information. Like Rose said, you may get something in your mail, you may get a text message with pertinent information. I think about people like in the physical fitness industry.
absolutely.
They, if you had your list, then you were able to reach out to your customers. And even though your gym or your facility may have closed, you could offer courses, online. You could offer, exercise segments, nutritional tips, nutritional products, just a plethora of different things, various different at home equipment items that they may have needed, the bands or the weights or different things. They would have normally just walked into the gym and knew that their person at the gym had it all. So there was like a package of things that you could buy to have at home, and then you could follow along at home. Because guess what? We're spending more time at home than ever before. But without the list and the way to communicate to people, it was just like, well, my gym is closed. Now what?
Now what?
Well, hey, good thing your owner has a list and has a foundation, and now they can enact that information and utilize it as the backup. So the list is so key. Rose, we've given so much information this morning. All I can do is tell them that they had better go out to bit.ly/supermoney21 because honestly, she said a few minutes ago, maybe I'm giving too much, but really, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more. The cost is $20.21. My famous line. I've been saying it for years. And the only thing about it that's changed is that I used to say a family size large pizza, but I think nowadays you probably can't even get a family size pizza.
No, you cannot.
$20.21. You got to go down to a medium.
Cynthia, now this will sound bad.
Absolutely, you can. So
no, you can't. I ordered a pizza, a large pizza, and it's just me.
Yeah.
I ordered a pizza and some wings. Okay, Cynthia, it was not $20.21.
Oh no.
I spent over $30.
Yes.
I don't really eat pizza that often, so I hadn't ordered it in a while. I was like $30, and it's just me. Now, suppose I had to feed a family of 4 or 5.
Oh no, not even for $20.21. And by being at home, I would say, for the meals or whatever, we definitely should be saving by not having as many meals out. So $20.21 is just a very, very small investment in your business. And, if you are real intentional about your business and you do your homework, you probably kind of know something that you can do with that $20.21 invested into your business during tax time. There's something that you could do with that 2021 to kind of see it back in your pocket. Honestly, $20.21 for the bonus download that we've already talked about. You're coming on the platform here. We're giving you great information. That's the tip of the iceberg. It's just a start. You could kind of think, well, they gave me enough, I could run with it. No, we're just really planting the seeds and giving you some of those foundational ideas. But if you want the real deal, Holyfield, you want the full meat, potatoes, the full meal, you have to be there. And there's some gift giving that's been happening over here with that too. And if we don't have your information, then you definitely can't get it. The gift starts at the very beginning. You're getting a bonus download immediately. And then you're going to come to the boot camp. bit.ly/supermoney21. Start your year off right. Make the $20.21 investment.
Okay, y'all. Look, Cynthia, I'm going to show you all what we've been talking about in action. Because a lot of times you hear us talk and you hear what we say. And like you said, Cynthia, they may say, oh, I have enough now. I can go out here and we give you enough just to be dangerous. Like she said, if you want the meat and potatoes, you need to get on the list. But I'm going to show you all something about this list. I'm going to show Danya Zimmerman. She shared our broadcast. Danya, make sure you get on the list. We have something special for you. We have a special gift for you. Get on our list so that we can reach out to you, so we know how to contact you, because we have something for you. There's a gift for you for sharing.
Yay!
For being an action taker. That's the purpose of the list. That's the purpose of Danya, get on the list.
Thank you, Danya.
Get your gift.
Rose will always say, sharing is caring.
Sharing.
Thank you for caring, and we care about you as well, Danya. Thank you.
Absolutely, because the reason why sharing is so important, it may not be for you, but there may be someone else out there who's looking for something. This could be an answer to their prayer. This could be that one thing that they are looking for that's going to start them either on their journey or elevate them in their journey or give them that idea to share with someone else. We share it, you share it, it gets shared to someone else, and it affects such a broader community. You know how you throw that pebble in the water and you see the ripples that keep going out? That's what sharing is all about. That's what sharing means.
Absolutely.
You know
We
what?
always say, bring some friends along. The many hands lessen the work. They make lighter work. And you could journey along your venture with someone else who also needs to take the journey. So you don't have to do it alone, and you don't have to do it scared or in fear, because we take care of all of that over here for you. We've got so many resources, but it does feel great to take the journey along with others who want to go on the journey, and you understand the value of the journey together. So we also say bring some friends along for $20.21. Invite your BFF
Invite your
or somebody who you need to get to know a little bit better. Invite your business BFF and come on over and get the information. It's a great gift. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
that keeps on. Cynthia,
So I know you thought the holidays were over, not over here,
not
not in
over
our
here.
community.
But Cynthia, I think we would be remiss if we didn't, yeah, girl, if we did not say anything about yesterday,
Ooh.
our Super Saturday event. This is where Super Money and Fight for Your Money came from. If you missed us yesterday, and this is gonna be the last thing we tell y'all because we got to go build our list too. We not look what we tell you all that needs to be done. We have to do it too. We not just talking. We got to put action behind it. But if we didn't talk about our Super Saturday yesterday, oh my God! If you see us on out in these internet streets and you see all of the pictures popping up with those Superwoman T-shirts on, that's where Super Money and Oh, there it is. There it is. You missed a great event yesterday. Now, that's where 21 Ways to Supersize Your Money, that's where it started on Super Saturday. That's why we're telling you to go to bit.ly/supermoney21. Every Saturday this month, leading up to boot camp, the Fight for Your Money boot camp. You see it on your screen right there. Leading up to the Fight for Your Money boot camp, we will be coming live. Coach Danielle, Reverend Danielle Winningham, will be coming live every Saturday. Every Saturday will be a Super Saturday. Stick around. There will be information coming out during the week, but you gotta be on the list. See, you thought the list wasn't important. You're like, how does this list tie into everything? This list is the foundation to everything. You have to get on the list in order to get the alerts, in order to get the information, to be able to join us for Super Saturday. And you can wear your t shirt. If you have a Superwoman, Superman, Wonder Woman t shirt, you can wear yours and join us on Super Saturday to learn about how to fight for your money. Because right now, it is a fight. There's so many things going on. They're trying to steal your money, take your money away. You got to fight for your money sometimes. You got to stand flat footed and say, this is mine. I'm going to go get it, and no one's going to take it from me. So if you want to register for the boot camp is coming up in February. That's bit.ly/moneyfight21. But join us every Saturday for Super Saturday. We'll
You
be
better get there, because
get
when
there.
we show up on Super Saturday, you talk about money. We're talking about pizzas. But how many times do you go through the drive-through and they say, "Do you want to supersize that?"
Oh, what?
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 Yes, for $20.21 over here on the platform of the Reverend Dr. Coach Danielle Winningham, we are going to show you how to supersize your money. That's what the Super Saturday is all about. We're going to supersize that money. We're going to help you to supersize that list. If your list is like this, we're going to help you to grow it to be like this. We had an amazing time on yesterday. I'm sure you can go back on Coach's page and catch the replays from yesterday and grab the nuggets that you can. But like I said, that's just the tip of the iceberg. You have to get in on the inside of this thing to get the inside track, to get the real scoop, to get the whole meal, to get it all. Don't just think you see that little cherry on top of that little tip of the iceberg and you think you can take off running with it. Now, don't get me wrong. It's a great start. It's a great start, but it's not going to get you to the end of where you want to be and where you need to be. So if you've only been like this, come on over here so we can help you to supersize your money.
We can supersize.
Yes.
I don't want us to go away without saying, Henrietta, we saw that you shared. I see that's what you meant to say is sharing. So make sure you get on the list as well. There are privileges to being on the list.
Absolutely.
We're going to look for you.
Start out with getting your free download and just take it from there. And again, make sure you share, because Rose always tells us that sharing is caring. Because you don't want to be that person where, your good friend comes to you and says, hey, you're doing so amazing. How are you doing all these things? And they say, oh, you kept it to yourself, huh? Don't be that person. Share. So tell them, don't go through the drive-through. Don't supersize the meals. Don't order the pizza, the medium pizza for one, because you cannot feed your family on $20.21. Absolutely cannot. And you won't miss it. You'll be glad that you planted the seed and that you made the investment, because it is going to grow exponentially. So you're going to supersize that $20.21 investment. Rose, we got work to do. I think we're going to have to get out of here. I got to go and build my list.
I got to go and build.
So I can supersize my bank account. I want to super money in 2021. I'm just saying.
Yeah. You have to supersize.
I want to.
There it is.
And where my pearls. Because girls and pearls, we run the world.
Oh, I like that. Girls and pearls rock the world. So in rocking that world today, go over to bit.ly/supermoney21, because we know girls are super in everything they do. Goodbye, everybody. Have a wonderful week. We will see you all tomorrow morning.
See you in the morning.
Bye.